conversation.
Yeah, it's making me hungry, actually. That's a good idea.
It is. Well, luckily for us, it's the last game, so we can go and eat after this. But for these teams, Gino, it is do or die. The end of day 5, match number 6 of B versus C is underway. If you're ADR Wolves, if you're T4, at the moment, as it stands, live standings, you are in the top 20. You know, for Dreamfire, Burrem, this is it. You've got to finish strong, collect those points, leapfrog, put yourself in a better position going into the regional finals.
Yes, exactly. That's what these teams are thinking about. A couple of them just want to make their way in. And as you said, yeah, there's a couple of them online. I mean, that split standings that we saw there with the live scores is fascinating. Gives us a hint of where we could be, but there's still chances for teams to change their destiny, Xenox. And to do it, they're going to have to make their way up to the wall, it looks like.
Everyone loves a good trip to the wall. Beautiful. Have you ever looked down from the wall?
Look down from the wall.
The high view up there, you know, the wall.
Sure.
I don't think you're getting...
Absolutely not.
No, okay, I'm just going to move on. Big game, though, potentially for Moist Esports around Cascade Falls. They obviously don't have to go too far to the wall. 505 around there as well, command center side. And Truth Esports have been thereabouts tonight, actually. They're sitting 8th coming into this game. But, I mean, 8th is probably not indicative of the fact that they're 3 points behind the top 5, right?
Yeah,
so,
wow.
You know, they're actually having a really, really good night. And even MDY at 30 points. Basically, besides DNZ, it's actually a really, really even spread of points. Kind of similar to A versus C. It's like A versus C, but with a leader at the top. Truth Esports, though, are they getting involved?
It's MDY versus 20th Guaranteed. And when I say 20th Guaranteed, what I mean is Leaf by himself, while his 2 teammates, Trent and Rico, were finishing off the IMC Armory. So, unfortunately, MDY, who did they start? Well, I'd say the Fish Farms or Shipfall. I think it's Shipfall, and then I think 20th Guaranteed. Maybe we're going Fish Farms. Either way, they've cottoned on to the fact that Leaf was trying to, you know, solo loot Gale Station, and taken advantage of that. And just as they come out, MDY are going to be on top of it. Let's see if they can get some shots as they take the boost away, but it looks like they are just going to get out. And because they've actually gone over that, they might be able to get the banner as well. Yeah, they grab Leaf's banner. And now I imagine we're going to get like a Tom and Jerry situation where 20th Guaranteed are running like all the way across the map and probably go and try and res at like Cenote Caves or something. Meanwhile, MDY are just on the back of them the entire way.
Yeah, I think Cenote Caves might be a bit of a stretch though, Gino. But I do get what you're saying. For T4, double purple early and then blue onto S10. Not shabby at all.
Yeah, look, unfortunately MDY had a trident as well, so that made it kind of hard for 20th Guaranteed to get away there. The movement too strong, and MDY will pick up the first squad wipe of our last game here today.
I do love that they live up to their name, though, at least to close out today. 20th
at least
Guaranteed.
Once.
Yeah, at least once today, and for what's been a day of 19s, they do finally go out in 20th.
And yeah, I mean, like our stats person has just pointed out as well that, you know, that was a Pathfinder that just went down as well, by the way, Xenox. So,
what? I'm not going to lie, I've been looking at my own feet. I did not even notice that.
Yep. 20th Guarantee. That was good old... That was old mate Rico on the Pathfinder, as, yeah, we've had a lot of different legends playing.
We're going to need a new
today.
graphics, mate. We're going to have to expand
We
it.
are. Wheat Chains Inc.
Only in Apac South would that happen, with the way things are going. Sense will find an elimination onto Crusader. Cheeky kill, good way to start things off for Daewoo United, and that gets them up to 50 points. So 20 points behind DNZ right now. Final game. Go and have a win and some kills. We'll get the job done. Spot, obviously dependent on how DNZ play. If DNZ actually play really, really well, they control their own fate for collecting all 25 points. They've actually got triple purple over towards Thunderwatch, so
ooh, okay.
They are going to be a bit of a formidable team pushing through Command Center, I would imagine, eventually, and see how they play this one out.
Yes, well, you can see that Moist, they actually don't have any zone info, by the way. So they're just playing this this spot because it's a strong spot. If we get a Cascade circle, like we've seen, pretty much every team who lands here just wins. Like, it's that strong of a spot. So of all the bets you could make, honestly, that's not a bad one. As well as the fact that, as RTL can see, who are just a bit below them, you know, they've got a beacon not too far away. Not that they've got a crypto, but you know, potential options. If it shifts away from them, they can just pop down to that and then make a Valk ult elsewhere. Up north, though, a couple of chokes here. We see are always in, you know, sort of. There's a lot of people looking in that area when we get these sort of mid-northern zone Xenox. So that's why we've got Truth, Buriram, ADL, SRY. We've got T4. All these guys kind of playing those chokes because they're kind of hedging their bets a little bit as well. It's 505 and we got Team Op actually up the top who are playing the wall side. But yeah, I guess we'll see who gets the juice when the zone switches over in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it does mean it might be a bit of a lull for the next minute or so. Only having 20th guaranteed eliminated thus far. Dreamfire and Esports at the moment over towards checkpoint. Well, don't know if they're going to collide, but they have spotted each other. Rory just getting a bit of vision here, and yeah, they will actually spot Holiday. Blue at the moment for Ant Esports versus triple purple for Dreamfire. They are well equipped for this fight. And Esports already one cracked. Holiday taken low. They're forced back. Dreamfire might just be able to smell blood in the water a little bit here and push on this. Putting out the smoke from Roy. They are able to cover quite a lot of that information from Ant, holding high ground at the moment. Pylon has gone out from Holiday. They have been able to heal up armor-wise, but how much longer are they going to be able to deal with Dreamfire if they don't start really firing back? They're just holding position, not necessarily putting a lot of pressure back on the Dreamfire.
Dreamfire can take it and they can dish it out as well. That's what they look to do here. Seer ultimate down. Ants don't have the Seer. They don't have that option, and they've only got Jilun left alive. He will try and make it out of the south side here as Dreamfire look to finish off the kills. Are they going to try and run the last one down, or will they just finish these off? They secure the two and then continue onwards.
And especially considering Jilun can go back, get those banners with the crypto.
It's true.
Respawn beacon as well available there. Dreamfire, how will they play this? They'll probably just strip these death boxes as much as possible, move on. Obviously, they're not really in a position here at checkpoint where it's going to be much of a factor in terms of the circle itself. They obviously do have to continue to make their way over towards the wall, which is where it is pulling, you know, so away from Cascade Falls, away from that spot that Moist Esports were holding. It does go further north over towards the wall.
Yeah, exactly. We're holding. Moist have moved on from there. They're actually in command center right now, which is awesome. Like, that's a really good spot, actually. They'll be able to hold out a lot of teams from there, as well as have some really hard cover in front of them. So fantastic rotation from Moist without even knowing. Like, I guess they must have just read where the other teams were going and then made their decision off that. And that is, again, that's what they pay MT the big bucks for, right? That's he's making the big brain plays and calls there. So they go a bit more north. They do have to worry about their back though with RTL and MDY moving through command center. I'm just gonna get my eyes on MDY and see. Yeah, they're walking. They're actually walking up behind. They're not sprinting because they know there's not a lot of noise in command center, right? Like you can definitely get caught off guard. So they got to worry about that. Meanwhile, DNZ is worrying about 505, who's about to chase them through the zone. Maybe.
Five save for now. In terms of the obviously next circle position and the way that it's pulling up towards the north and who that really benefits, Truth Esports to be quite content with this one. Same with Team Mop. So we had 505 on our screens, they too. DNZ all the way up in the zone, coming in behind it, so they're actually pushing in from the northern side, in from the zone in towards the wall. so successfully. MDY still need to kind of push through Moist Esports, who have not really been able to build up their Evo. All three of them still around 200 damage away from purple. They are somewhat a little bit vulnerable to a potential push. I mean, MDY only got one purple themselves, but U-Link 37 away.
This is at the wall. DNZ made it out past 505, but as they come back in, they've got Truth Esports to deal with. It doesn't really get much better for them at this point. They're down to a couple of syringes. They're being scanned by this Seer, and it feels like Truth are about to spring the trap on them. I don't think DNZ will be in this for much longer, despite being well on top of the lobby. I think it might be curtains for them here.
Well, if it is curtains, at least they've put on a show. We're just not going to get the encore that we were hoping for. Surasama down, Saijin God getting taken low. Same with Mosu. Somewhat winnable all of a sudden now with only Bowler knocked. Never mind. Truth hold on by the slimmest of margins. Look at Mosu's health. Look at Saiyajin. They won that one by the skin of their teeth. DNZ go out 19th, but you commend them for their last two games, showing full well the strength that this team can have moving forward as a roster. But
yeah, and Mexus, they don't decide, like, he's the point man. He's always the point man for 505, this Loba player right now. And he doesn't pull the trigger there, doesn't ask his team to come in. They just want to hold their spot, looking for some free kills, not necessarily looking, to grab everything they can. You just saw Moist Esports pull up, and Truth are back in this. So they actually, honestly, got kind of lucky there. There wasn't a Seer on the other end of that who could have, got the information about the fact that they were rezzing and all that sort of stuff. So 505 just hold their position. Moist will move up somewhere below them. And yeah, all the teams get away scot-free.
still triple blue for Moist. 18 squads remaining. A large amount still heading into this next round.
I see somebody.
Gesture will be quite paramount, especially pushing out of Cascade Falls. AY Manuel. More teams in and around that location as well. RTL, one of them. In fact, there is a team pushing on to Dayware at the moment. Corn. Purple. And they're just actually going to set up shop here, but obviously they're going to have to move sooner rather than later. And Dayware have actually got themselves a good position onto Popcorn all of a sudden. Truth in a really good spot now. Obviously up north after dealing with one team, but they've got Moist outside at their doorstep.
Are they happy to coexist, or is this going to come to blows? It usually does in Apex Legends, but who knows, maybe these teams can live in harmony for just a little while. Dayware are further down in Cascade Falls. They're trying to push in on Jubjabib there. See the Thermite going down, probably just to clear out some Watson fences, more than anything else. So that's, of course, Popcorn set up in there. And all three of them still up and alive. Dayware choose to take the Skyway out.
Well, don't mean to alarm you, Jenna, but I'm not sure if we've had much conversation about this next green circle or not, but it is completely out in the open terrain. No buildings in play at all. It's going to be a bit of a doozy one. Obviously, teams trying to just survive as long as they possibly can. SRY got a lot of teams on their building. There goes the ADL Wolves. Well, are they going to be able to do enough to get into the top 20? That is a very early exit. They're not going to get much from this game. They might actually see them fall down on the overall standings. That might see the ADL Wolves out of top 20, and maybe Golden Sage might just be able to get back into it with that result.
Important moment there from ADL Wolves, as you say. Also one from Dreamfire, who just got taken out by Primus Commander. And that's a big drop for them, so they'll fail to make their way any further into this. Maybe it was the fatigue of this day getting to them. They had such a fantastic start to the day, and it feels like this second series has been a little lethargic, a little bit of a struggle there for Dreamfire. Meanwhile, High Ground with a Kraber. That is nothing to sneeze at here. So MDY are really going to do well from up here as they hold this position on top, just outside Command Center. RTL just below them. Remember, they're on the cusp of this. If they can have a big game, who knows? Maybe they can sort of change their fates and get a little bit further into this. Hermagerd, another one of the teams we were looking at. Savior and Bunny Hop just trying to hold this down somehow. Yeah, Hermagerd, wow, they've eliminated PK.
They're not going to be the last team out, though, PK. There's going to be a lot more to follow them very shortly. For Dreamfire, I'm going to go early here, Gina. Very, very early, but I think they're going to have to win the regional finals if they're going to make top 5. I think that might have to be their pathway. They've not quite done enough today. Obviously, as you said, they were, 7th coming into this game. Basically, nothing gained from the final match. You might just see them tumble down even further. It was a congested scoreboard as well. Oh, nice shot. Casa with the Kraber, 6 more bullets available in the chamber. Build cells to go out, and look at that ending. It is not going to be a fun finish. Emmanuel, through basically a solo chambers, just has like a little position in amongst the rocks that he's holding on to and hoping that that's going to be enough to sort of just rat out and get Emmanuel some points. He has been spotted, by the way. And DY moving forward themselves, coming out from that command center position. They've actually got themselves a vacated eastern side. There goes Chambers. It was Lala Bang from Buram getting that kill. 12 squads remain. The zone starts moving. The bloodbath may commence.
Absolutely, teams are getting smashed into each other on the edge of this zone. Who will be the ones picking up the kills? Dewa, is it going to be BRU? They're certainly firing relentlessly into this. MDY, of course, they've got these eastern side all to themselves, and then 505 at the top, not doing too shabby either. Down to 10 now. Ant will go down. Dewa, the rat, easy flash is unfortunately being spotted out. He's taking some fire from all sides, as well as Popcorn getting collapsed onto. We're seeing the Catalyst ultimate coming up, actually. The Dark Veil in play for one of the first times here in Apac South.
People were eliminated, 9th place. I think that might just be enough. It'll obviously have them above the ADL wall, so they should be in the top 20 regardless. They are not going to be able to go and have that sort of 21-point plus game. I don't think that was sort of required of them to get top spot, but 2nd place might still just be theirs, provided they can rely on Easy Flash to finish strong here. There's only a 4-point gap to them and Team Mop, who are still in a really good position. They've got themselves 5 kills as well, up towards the northern side. MDY out east. Still no one really around them. They have spotted Easy Flash, by the way. He's got a 1v3 to deal with to keep Daewoo United still alive in this game. Don't sense he's going to be able to do so. He just tries to make his way out of dodge. MDY hunting him down. Oh. They are like rabid dogs chasing their prey. Easy Flash has basically a lick of health. Gets the bat off. Now the med kit as well to follow. No, forced away. But he's done a decent job to just hide. Never mind, he's been caught. Finally, surprise, surprise, Casa finishes the job that they had started. It is Daewoo United out in 7th place. They will not get top spot. That will go to DNT. Now they turn their attention to Popcorn.
Yep, they've still got more kills to go for. MDY, I want to finish this one off strongly, as you said. Popcorn down there, Kizix and Jubjabib still alive, the duo. Then we've got 2 M&K, 1 Pad. They're coming in hot. They come in with the missile swarm, but have they gone too early? Truth Esports are still behind them. The duo of 505 are up on the hill, and those 4 squads are now going to duke it out for this last game.
Truth aren't moving though. They're holding their position. In fact, so much so that they're just keeping an eye more on 505. This means that this push from Team Mop not going to get third party, but it's MDY that are winning it for the most part towards the southeastern side anyway. Truth now start moving, but they're moving over towards 505. They've got the whole northern side. Truth should probably be winning this game as long as they do not fluff their position. Team Mop doing a tremendous job though themselves to give them any kind of chance of still taking that top spot. When it's all said and done though, they need a lot of points. I still think they need a lot more kills from this one.
Well, Team Up and MDY, they were on opposite sides of this big rock and the tree from each other, so they both start throwing out bullets towards Truth, and that's why they're now down to a duo. MDY, also a duo. TMK AK, 1 pad. But if they get this res off, they'll be back up to 3. But certainly it's been tough, and now they play Ring Around the Rosie. MDY, they come in with a big swing. Xiao Kuai, he's down. Aimbot and Billy, what can they do here with Mosu and Natsuru-sama pushing on top of them? This is a completely wild fight here with all 3 teams going in against each other all at once.
That's a really good position though for Truth Esports, as you said. Natsuru-sama and Mosu have pushed in, still full red armor as well. MDY holding out on the backside, but obviously that zone, once it starts pushing in for this final round, is going to force them in towards Team Mob as well. Yeah, Wodex is actually being fully cracked. Mosu as well. Oh, he just went from full health, full armor to practically nothing remaining. Still no knocks though have come out. This is a huge moment though with the digital threat. Yuling tries to lead for MDY. Truth are gone. They're out. They had the best position. They had the north spot, but they couldn't finish off Team Mob for MDY. Wodex last one alive. Can't survive. It's Team Mob that take the final game.
What a crazy final fight that was. The 3 teams just trading knocks back and forth, trading damage. There were so many death boxes already in the area that a lot of the teams just had options to just keep firing and keep fighting. They didn't even need to stop and heal, really. It was the shield swaps only. And after all of that,